So yes, we will be focusing on the new Nomad Keys Beachy and Peachy palette for this video, as noted in our title. But of course, something had to come in while I was in the process of finishing up my look. And the packaging came with this cute little sticker. They said, "Thank you for your purchase." Look at how they wrapped it with the little key. I love it. And that's kind of appropriate that it came in with a little key, and we're going to be doing the keys on our other palette. So we're going to go ahead and open this and take a look. This is one I told you guys that I was interested in picking up, and I do believe I mentioned that it's going to take it a while to come here in a later video. So it's here. It shipped before I expected it to ship, which was sometimes next month, but it's still. So we talked about this one on in one of our It's News, and they packaged it really well. Hopefully it's okay. I love this packaging. This is cool. Hi, girly. She is my terror cat. Is watching. What? You're interrupting me. You want the bubble wrap? She is staring very hard at this bubble wrap. She wants the bubble wrap. She wants me to throw the bubble wrap. Guys. And now she's like, well, that was anticlimactic. Anyway, so Sinful Echoes Lotus Bloom. We talked about this, and I did say it was a beautiful palette, and it was a good palette for me to go ahead and give them a try. Of course, it came in a little late, or I actually might have been tempted to try it with my Keys palette. We've got some, that doesn't look shattered, but we've got, one of the colors has some pieces out of it. I'm not going to ask them, I'm not going to contact them about this. It's not enough to worry about. It doesn't look shattered through. It just looks like a piece came out of part of it. So we're going to try to clean this up a little bit. The downside of that, of course, being it's getting into other shades. Presumably, most people don't get issues like this with their palettes. It has a nice mirror. This does not have the heft of some of the others that I've gotten from other brands. I love the stamping where you can see it, but there it is. That's gorgeous. Let's go ahead and do a couple swatches, and then we'll go ahead and get into the main part of our video. I'm going to do the light purple, of course. That is freaking soft. I'm going to do this one. Oh my. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one. Oh, Lord. Those are pretty. Nice. 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 Okay, so that last one I think is a multi-chrome or a duochrome. Okay, I can't wait to play with this one, but we're not playing with it today. It's very gorgeous. We are playing with the, like I said, the newest Nomad palette. So let's take a look. So hello and welcome to domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug is that one of those the paisley coffee mug. I think it's the only one. Yeah, the other one is more of a, not so much a wind catcher, but it has that mandala. This is more of a paisley coffee mug. I figured the colors and everything were suitable for today's palette. In our coffee mug is the Tealyra Wild Mountain Herb. I thought this was the raspberry. No. Well, damn it. I was looking like, okay, grab that one. It's the raspberry. No, it's not. Let's go ahead and give it a sip so we can get started. Oh, okay. I should not have double bagged this one. Again, I thought it was the raspberry. That's pretty strong. That's probably going to go to my son because that's really strong. Alrighty, so as you saw in our little opening and as we have in our title down below, we are looking at the brand new Nomad Cosmetics Keys Beachy and Peachy palette. This is their newest release. This was a gift, so I'm going to say that out loud and immediately. It was a gift. It was a gift. But y'all know, gift or not, I'll be honest about my opinion. I will say the color story is absolutely gorgeous. I love this. Now, the interesting thing about this is that I had gone on Instagram because I had gone through some of my palettes and I realized one of the things that I really wanted from them in their newer formula was a bright, shimmery yellow. I have shimmery yellows, most of them in the older formula, the old formula, like 2 or 3 formulas back old. I don't think either of my other 2 tropical palettes have a really bright shimmery yellow. And so I got a hold of them and I said, you know, I really need a bright shimmery yellow. And they said, we think our next palette will have something for you. It does. It has a bright shimmery yellow. I tore that bright shimmery yellow up, but it's in there. It's gorgeous. Anyway, so about the palette. The destination, the southern point in the continental U.S., Florida Keys, is a tropical paradise with laid-back, come-as-you-are feel. Connected by the overseas highway, this archipelago is an oasis of color-soaked vistas, marine life sanctuaries, and days of fun in the sun activities. With blue skies and key lime pies and 5 o'clock somewhere vibes, it's no wonder that close to perfect, far from normal is their motto. As Hemingway said, life is good in the Florida Keys. The only thing missing is you. Well, now you have arrived. The palette is a collection of hues from sun-washed yellows, peaches, and key limes to richly soaked purples, blues, and sunset corals. 11 mattes, 7 glisten on the water shimmers, and I can tell you those shimmers are very shimmery. The cause, we are proud to support the Dolphin Research Center that saves and protects dolphins and other marine mammals in the Florida Keys. So, and I love the postcard is beautiful. So we're going to, as usual, it's one of those cards I want to keep. This is the look I came up with. My eyes are falling apart. It's been a day, folks. It's been a day. Just forgive it. But my eyes are falling apart a little bit. If you're interested in this palette, if you're interested in this look, just keep on watching. One more look before we besmirch the beautiful colors. It's so pretty. It's beautiful. All right, I do have a plan. So we are going to start with this Sunrise Salute. We're going to use, and then we're going to put that under the brow. We're going to use this Conch Republic on the inner corner. We're going to then go to Kilago across the lid. They used a different color for this one. Sunset Celebration will be on the outer corner. Then my point part will be Rum Runner, and then my crease will be Key West, which is the deep dark purple. I could possibly use the blue Sea Meet Sky. Maybe I'll use the blue and then just put in a little of the purple elsewhere. But let's go ahead and start with this Sunrise Salute. She's so pretty. The whole thing is so pretty. It's so pretty. So that, of course, oh goodness. I actually was commenting to them before they started their game that one of the things that I really, really wanted from them in their newer shimmer formula Like I said, this is before they even decided to bring this baby out, or they were told anybody they were bringing this baby out. I said, I really need in your newer formula a beautiful shimmery yellow. And they said, our newest palette may have something for you. They're right, the newest palette has something for me. This is a beautiful color story. All right, so that's in the crease. These lighter colors do not swatch well on my skin, but they work perfectly for under my brow. All right, so we're going to put on a little bit of, you know, glitter glue primer stuff. My Moira. And I'm feeling a hair. Seems like I'm always feeling a hair. All right. Going to be careful with how much we put on. And we're only going about 1/3 of the way. Being very careful so that we don't remove too much of our original base, because no matter what you do, some of that glitter glue is going to remove some of that original base. It's just going to happen. And we're going to start first with a wet brush, because typically their formula has been good enough to use with a wet brush. This is assuming I can find the thingy. There's the thingy, the spray. But I do have a sponge tip on standby for just in case. Just in case. All right. Conch Republic is next. We're going to put that beautiful color in the inner corner. Oh my, she's soft, folks. Gotta be a little careful. She is soft. I picked up like a chunk of it. I suspect I'm going to have to go to the sponge tip, not because the brush isn't picking it up, but because it's such a light color. To get it to work the way you want, you're going to want a sponge tip. The good news is that even if I put it on with a sponge tip, as you can see, it does go on with a brush, which means it can be repaired. So we're going to go ahead and use the sponge tip just to get a little better color in there, because she's a light baby. She's a light baby. We want as much of the light baby as we can get. So let's pick some of this up. Oh, she's so pretty. Pretty, pretty. There we go. Now you're seeing her better. Get in our corner, go along the cross. I'm feeling a little bit of drag, but I suspect that's a little more drag than usual, I should say. That's, I'm sure, is the glitter primer. A little bit in the tip here. Squelch my tip. There we go. I am having some issue getting it in this crease up here, because of course my eyes can't cooperate fully, but I think we just about got it. We'll let that settle, and then we'll use our brush a little bit later to smooth all of that out. Oh, that's so pretty. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. They gave me my yellow. Now I'm debating whether or not I want to do the Key Largo on the brush. We'll try the Key Largo on the brush, I suspect of all of these that would come out really well on the brush, it's probably going to be that Rum Runner, but you never know. Nice firm flat brush, grabbing some of this lighter Key Largo. Oh yeah, we're going to have to use the sponge tip for this too, I think. I am picking up a decent amount. I hate messing things up. Oh, she's there. You can also see that she's fading out very quickly. Okay, so for anything that I'm not going to be using a tip on, we're just going to go ahead and use the sponge tip. That's a little disappointing, but that's okay. Wet sponge tip. I had to clean off part of the end, the other side of it, because I had used it for a different color before. Don't want to get too confused. So I faded it out on the one side so I can see where I'm at. Oh, that is such a pretty color. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is such a pretty color. I have to keep remembering to keep my back straight. It's so easy to slouch. It's not good to slouch, but it's easy to slouch, right? Anyway, activates. Oh my goodness, that's such a gorgeous color. It's finally raining. It's been threatening to rain for days, and my poor plants have been out there in the 90s, folks, and they have not been happy being out in the 90s. I'm going to take a little bit more of the yellow side without adding any more color and just moving that in so those two colors blend along that edge. Oh, I'm happy with that. It's Nomad. I think it would take a lot for Nomad to make me unhappy. I think we can all agree that it would take a lot for Nomad to make me unhappy. So this is a Beachy brush. Going to go ahead and grab some of that Sunset Celebration, which is a matte. It looks like it's going to come up a little pinky, orangey, which is fine. Oh, it works with that color though, doesn't it? It's sort of a pinky orange. Orange pink. That works really nicely with that color. As usual, their mattes are beautifully soft and pigmented and go across the eye really well. I'm happy with that. Again, I'm going to grab the sponge tip, not adding any more color, and we're going to take some of that. I lied. I'm going to take just a little bit more color. Come here, just a little bit more color. Thank you. And put it over the edge and blend it into that pinky orange, red, whatever color that is. My lights wash everything out, so sometimes it's hard to see. I like it. I like it. A rare time when I'm really happy. Now, what color did we say we were going to put around the edge? We said Rum Runner. Rum Runner. I actually, you know what? I really want to play with Southernmost Point. I'm gonna put that under the eye. We're gonna stick with Rum Runner. We're gonna stick with Rum Runner and hope it doesn't blend too much into those colors. Round brush. You know what? This is, yeah, we're gonna stick with this one because we want to go in the corner and we don't want it all over the place. So there we go. Let's grab some Rum Runner. Uh-oh. No, don't do this to me. She's sealing up a little bit. I'm having to dig just a bit to get that on the brush. It's not cooperating as well as I hoped, which is unusual. Okay, Rum Runner may not have been the best choice. It really is almost the same shade as that matte. I mean, it's just right there. It's a little lighter. It's interesting. Okay, so if you remember the last time I did a thing, I said that I was having trouble getting the shimmers to blend out until I used a brush that had a nice stiff end on it. So we're going to use that stiff-ended brush, and we are going to smooth out the edge. Yes. And this cooperated beautifully. Oh, it's really coming down. I'm real happy about that. Okay. I'm still kind of stuck. Do I use the blue with a little bit of purple right in the crease, or do I use the orange? I mean, just the purple. The orange. Just the purple. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. You know what? I'm going to dust a little bit of blue in there. Just a little bit. I don't want a lot, so I'm going to get a cat hair. I'm going to get a softer brush. And we're going to grab a little bit of this sea meets sky. Ooh, that was a lot more than I expected. And we're going to put that on this outer corner only. Light. Just darken it up a little bit over here. This is a fluffier brush, so I am not picking up as much color as I would with a firmer brush. And I'm being very careful to only go about there. I am deliberately, I think I need something a little smaller, but still floofy, right? You know what, let's try this guy. He's really floofy, but he's a little smaller. This is one of my Moda Pro brushes. So let's try this guy. Huh? Oh, there we go. I think the other one was too floofy. So we're going to do that. Just a little bit in there. Kind of muddied that orange a little bit more than I thought it would. I shouldn't be surprised, right? So we're going to go back. I'm going to put this one away. If the other ones are being put away. Where is... I'm going to go back and grab just a little bit more of that Rum Runner and put it along the edge. Because we don't want the Rum Runner to hide. Use our blender very quickly. Okay, the blue may have been a mistake. But let's move on and try our purple. Oh God. Key West picks up beautifully. All right, so this is going straight in the crease. Right down there and across. Oh, that gives that blue a little more of a purpose to be there. Gives it more of a transition type feeling to it. And then I'm just sort of flicking outward to, or upward, to blend in that top edge. Okay, so I do think the blue was a bit of a mistake. I do. I'm going to take my fur here. Just blending this all in up top. I'm trying to leave my sharp, my more defined line on my lid, but I'm blending up here. No. All right, so I'm gonna go do the other eye, do my rest of my face. I'm probably going to touch up along my edges along here. With the crease, it's often very hard to keep stuff from falling into the eye, especially even when I'm making it. So redefining those creases helps with that. Oh, it's not that bad. She says half blind without the glasses and half blind with her light in her face, but I don't think it's that bad. It'll be even better once we get the face done. So we're gonna go get the face done and do all the things, and we'll be back. So we're struggling a little bit here. Let's go ahead and get you this look close up. My hair is giving me grief, and my eyes are giving, it's all a bunch of grief. But here you go. All right. Did repair before we did that. Yes, you are driving me nuts. You are driving me nuts. You're doing it on purpose. You're in my face. Ah! I'm just having a day. My back is acting up, so we're having issues. I actually did this look so I could go ahead and do something else later, and I'm not going to do it because my back is so sore right now. So we're just doing the look and then moving on today because, ow, I'm good without. Anyway, about the palette, the things that I finished up with. So in my lower lash line, yeah, I tore this up. I used this along the inner corner. Then I went to this one in the middle. This is a gorgeous color. This is beautiful. And then I finally put this one on the outer edge, and it came up very purpley on the outer edge. So I will give you swatches of those particular colors so you can see them more fully. They're just beautiful. Those are just gorgeous. They're gorgeous, they're gorgeous, they're gorgeous. But about the palette, I've actually got mixed feelings on this. I really struggled with some of these. I had one of them start to seal up on me, and it just seemed to take a little bit more work than some of their more recent palettes usually do. So I'm wondering if some of the colors in here are not the better formula they've had in the past, because they had one, I'm not sure if it was in the last palette or the previous palette. I think they came back to it to the last palette, but the previous palette wasn't that particular formula, and then the one before that was the good formula. I feel like these are in that middle when they didn't use that really good formula. That's how I'm feeling about them. They didn't seal up as bad and give me as much grief as the Muerte palette that they have, the Love and Death palette, the Romeo and Juliet palette, but they were more of a struggle than most of the stuff that I've gotten from them recently. So I don't know about that. I had to do some real digging and some real work to get some of these to work. That may be one, I've been having issues today. Between the backache and just some issues with the eyes, I can see that being part of the problem. Two, and maybe partly skin tone, although the way I try to shade some of these things, I do try to take colors that are too close to my skin tone and not put them right next to my skin tone. The only exception would be that the matte yellow underneath the brow to brighten up that area of the eye. The other thing is I did make a mistake. I think the blue that I put in there just muddied. Y'all, I don't even know. I don't even know. It's driving me nuts today. They just get over there. Anyway, I'm going to look goofy like this and flattened, whatever, because yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, I think the blue muddied the color. I think I should have just stuck with the purple. And then I used my Melt Purple Gel Liner to do my eyelining. And then I think these colors on the bottom are just gorgeous. And they are going to be the next colors that I think I'm going to play with. Because I love how those came out. They're beautiful. Beautiful. Overall, I think this is a fun palette. I'm going to enjoy playing with it. I love the color story. I love all of that. I would have liked to see maybe one more really deep shade, not a black, but maybe a deeper blue, or I don't know, just a deeper shade. Not just the purple, but another one that was really, really deep. And I think I would have liked to see, this is the only reddish tone in here. So I think I would have liked to have seen maybe a really light pink or something. Not bright, not necessarily bright. It could have been pastel-y like these are, but a nice pink. But beyond that, that's just nitpicking the color story a little bit. Other than, because I'm going to play with this. I'm really going to play with this. I'm really looking forward to playing with this some more. Y'all know I love Nomad. I hate nitpicking their stuff. But like I said, I really feel the shimmers were a bit more difficult this time than in the last palette I got. It was the Ireland palette, which I thought was down here, but isn't. That palette was amazing. This palette, I think, kind of falls back a step in terms of the formula. That's just me. Others will probably have other opinions about the formula, but that's me. But the color story is wonderful, and even though those shimmers do fall back, they are obviously usable. I can get them to work. So it's not one of their better palettes. It's not one of their worst palettes. It's in the middle. It's in the middle. I think the thing that it has going for it is that amazing color story. And of course they have their usual stamps and things on there that are just great. We've got palm trees and dolphins and flowers and turtles and starfish and flamingos and signs. We've got all that. So it's a fun palette. It's going to be fun to play with. It's just, I think it's a little bit more difficult to work with. That's just me. You'll have to let me know down below if you are interested in purchasing this palette. Believe she's in their normal range, $45. It'll all be down below. And in the meantime, that's it for today. I hope you'll let me know if you're going to purchase this palette. If not, just leave me a purple heart. And let's go ahead and sip our tea. And let me go lay down. I need to go lay down. My back hurts. My back is not a happy camper right now. And it came out of the blue. Everything's been going fine till I sat down for a bit. Anyway, tea. Drinking the tea that I thought was raspberry and isn't. I can't read, I guess. Okay, yeah, this definitely did not need to be double bagged. Wow, that brought out something that I really don't like in that tea. And I think I liked this tea when it was single bagged, so it doesn't help that I want a raspberry. All right, folks, I love my girls. I love my dragonettes. I hope you have a good one.